a little bit about like how you started nursing.
So I went into finance when I was young and sprightly like you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is boring.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good at it, but it's really boring.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided, you know what? I don't want to do this. So my grades went down and was lost as can be as like a 21-year-old. And my husband and my dad were like, you should think about healthcare. And I was like, really? Like blood and like touching people? And I did it. I just went into it. It was like no background of it, no family that was in it. And I just decided I'm gonna try it. And I did it and started as a CNA and then got my nursing degree and was in women and newborns and loved it, stayed there. It was great.
That's awesome. That's super cool. So IVs though, is that a little bit different? Kind of a switch for you?
Not really.
Okay.
So I always loved IVs.
Mm-hmm.
Every patient that comes into labor and delivery, like place an IV on, right? Well or sick, you still start an IV. And I don't know, it became my thing. Felt like I was pretty good at it.
No, that's cool.
It was something that was second nature to me. So I just started doing, I trained dozens of baby nurses and I don't know, it just went really well. And I just always saw the difference when people got infusions, like as opposed to people that didn't. I mean, just basic hydration, right? Like I thought it was, life-changing. So
yeah, that's a huge part. Like,
so I'm kicking myself for not, starting my own business.
Oh yeah.
Because 10 years ago, I was like, I got to do this on my own.
Right? Yeah,
I
it
liked
really
it
was
so
like
much.
4 years ago when Drip started. That was the very beginning. And then it just like exploded. And now there's an IV therapy shop everywhere you go.
Right,
So,
right. It's
yeah.
growing. I think I was a little ahead of the game. And so I was scared. Yeah, I didn't know how well it was going to thrive in the industry of like getting insurance to cover everything,
Yeah, right.
But I decided, So I knew I wanted to do this.
That's awesome. So what do you, in your experience here and with IVs in general, what do you feel like IV therapy has to offer people?
Well, I feel like it's literally life-changing, right? Like we go back to, 100 years ago, all people need is IV hydration. That's all that really helps, And I have seen, drastic improvement in people just from fluid alone, no vitamins. So and myself, getting an IV, I'm like, I'm a new person.
Right.
I feel amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was always surprising to me that like when I first found out that IV therapy was almost like not recreational, but that you could just do it, right?
Right.
Just feel better, be hydrated.
It's like the oxygen bars, in Vegas. I remember seeing those and I was like, oxygen? And then I'm like, wait, it's the same thing. Just additional stuff that you already produce in your body, but a boost.
So do you have a favorite drip?
I currently, so it was the Mega Myers, but I feel like it's the COVID flu recovery drip.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year because everyone is either sick or about to get sick or recovering from being sick.
Right.
And I swear that people feel better after getting it. It's saved me and my husband. So
yeah, totally. It's like giving your body what it needs to even be able to recover. Right, when you're missing out so much.
Time's valuable, like just if it's gonna speed up the recovery process, please.
Right. So one of the drips that I've been doing a lot of research on and writing a lot about, just on the website and things like that, is NAD. What do you have to tell the world about NAD?
Don't be afraid of it. I mean, I think there's a lot of research and stuff online that says this is questionable, but I think it is like the future. I mean, this is anti-aging. This could potentially slow the progress of, awful illnesses. So I think don't be afraid of it.
That's awesome. I think it was like Hailey Bieber or somebody that said, I'm just going to do NAD and stay young forever.
Yeah.
Like that,
So
the sentiment's
cute.
right though, it does a lot cognitively, physically, like for strength and everything. So
get rid of that brain fog that we all get in our 30s.
Awesome. So when would you recommend something like the Immunity Drip?
Oh gosh, all the time. I would say get it when you're not sick. I would say get it when you're sick. I would get it when you think you might get sick. This time of year, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Get it. Yeah.
There's a lot going around. I know a lot
It's everywhere.
of people, a lot of people are, going on trips even now, getting away from the cold, and it's like before they go on a trip, like I need the mini drip while I'm traveling, so.
I just did one on me and my husband before we went to Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
And thank goodness we did, because my kid and myself, we got a little bit sick there. And I think it would have been like,
So much worse.
horrific
That's awesome.
and sad.
I'm glad you guys got to do that before you left. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So another question about drips. Which one do you feel like is totally underrated?
Oh gosh, the hydration drip. IV fluid is just life-changing, truly. All you need is additional fluids, right? The vitamins are a plus. Hydration itself is gonna,
It's the key.
yeah, it sets you up.
I remember when I first started, and Landon and Jameson were telling kind of their story, and they talk about being in ambulances, and it's like as soon as somebody just like got hooked up,
They started feeling better.
Yeah. So it's so
Yeah,
true.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I'm curious, what is it that makes fluids so powerful then?
Gosh, I just think that it goes through your whole body, right? It's not just going through your gut. It has like lasting effects, right? Like you drink enough water, you're gonna pee most of it out. You get IV fluid, it's gonna stay with you.
If there's anything that you just like wish patients would know, or maybe questions you get a lot, just what would you tell anybody that's just looking into IV therapy?
Again, don't be afraid of it. People think of it as this invasive thing, and it's really like there's one moment of discomfort, and then the rest is amazing. I think the tourniquet is what bugs people more than the actual poke. Truly. For me, like the tourniquet bothers me. The poke doesn't. So if they can just kind of get past the poke.
Don't look at it maybe.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're in the comfort of your own home. Come on. You're not sitting on a uncomfortable gurney in the hospital
Bright
waiting
lights.
3 hours for someone to see you.
That
You
sucks.
get it right when you want it.